CATL, or CATL, is the world's largest battery manufacturer, and what they are currently in the middle of is a monumental shift to become the world's largest battery manufacturer. And I know that there are others, such as Tesla, for example. So they are properly on the offensive with this. And I'll talk about why, because there is going to be some very large change to the world economy and EV industry. Hey folks, nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I was talking recently about just how good Xiaomi products are and how they use battery chipboard components that are really, really good, more good than is necessary really, so that they don't get hot, they last longer. And I was thinking just how reliable my phone has been, which is also a Xiaomi product. It's a Xiaomi Mi 10T Pro, and I bought it new in December 2020. I'll put some footage over the screen now. The battery has had 1,300 cycles on it so far, and the capacity is at 95% of the original capacity. And the phone has had no issues at all the whole time I've had it. And I'm just really impressed. And I thought I would mention that as we've been talking about Xiaomi, the Xiaomi SU7 recently. I never let it run dead or anything like that, because that's kind of pretty bad. When you let them run dead, it causes irreparable damage. I typically let it live between 20 and 80%, something like that. And it charges quite quickly, 33 watts, so you can boost it up in 20 minutes. You can boost it from, say, 20 to 70 or something like that, which is really, really ideal, I think. So does anybody here have a Xiaomi phone? Can you let us know what your experience is? So in 2023, CATL produced 240 gigawatt hours of battery storage, which was 48% more than 2022, the year before. And right now, they are in the middle of building and opening up 8 new factories around the world. So there were 6, and then now they've just released the next 2. CATL is building one of Europe's largest battery gigafactories, and this plant will be situated in a place called Debrecen, I think you say. It's in Hungary, in the kind of in the middle of Europe, and it's expected to have an annual capacity or production capacity of 100 gigawatt hours, which is a lot. That is quite a lot, honestly. When you put that in the middle of the market with other companies too, that's a proper, big chunk. So this factory will serve major European automakers such as Mercedes-Benz, BMW, I think Audi is going to be one of them. So they are also expanding into North America as well. So they're literally building one there now. They're also negotiating with General Motors to construct a new factory for lithium iron phosphate batteries. And that particular factory is not the one I'm talking about a second ago that they are building right now. So this factory is likely to be another one that's located in the US or possibly even Mexico, with a significant annual capacity planned, probably more than 150 gigawatt hours from what we can extrapolate from the words that we've read. So additionally, CATL has formed a partnership with Ford to build a battery plant in the US again. So that's 3 in North America. A big change, a really big change for a Chinese company to be going and doing such a big thing. So this plant should be able to produce 100 gigawatt hours for Ford. These strategic moves are part of CATL's broader strategy to diversify its production locations, so get out of China basically, and reduce dependency on Chinese manufacturing and the Chinese domestic market. So this expansion with CATL will help them better serve its global customers. Obviously, they're getting loads of them now, Mercedes, Audi, BMW, Ford, GM, and that will help them meet regional regulatory requirements, which are definitely a big thing in modern times right now, particularly in Europe and North America, especially with the IRA that I talked about in the last video that I posted just before this, which I will put up at the end of the screen and also in the description at the bottom. So where local production can be more advantageous. Local production can be more advantageous in North America, obviously, because of the tariff issue and the fact that they can claim back any taxes paid. So it's all about trade policies and incentives for domestic manufacturing in the US and Europe, although Europe we're a little bit behind that, but basically we're going the same way, aren't we? Also, quite recently we saw a bit of news talking about an interesting slogan that was written on CATL's computer desktops for its employees. So uniformly on all of their computers there was a slogan that was set up on there, which can be directly translated from Chinese to English as "Whoever goes overseas is the hero of the company. Go out and go overseas." That's an interesting thing to write, I think, on their computers, isn't it? And a bit weird. And I don't really know how to interpret that or kind of what they're trying to get their staff to do. So, do you think the increased production capacities in Europe and North America will lead to more affordable EVs in the near future? Or do you think that this is going to still facilitate high end EVs and mid range EVs? Let me know in the comments below.